Hi, just a quick warning. The image quality of this video is going to be very, very poor. I have several legit streaming services and this show wasn't on any of them, but I still wanted to see it. So the audio is fine, but the image quality is a little janky. Anyway, on to episode 1. Naomi seems to be a popular girl, or at least well liked at school. She's at a house party and she seems to have it all. She's pretty, she's dated but broken up with, an attractive, cool guy, she speaks multiple languages, she's a bit of a nerd, into comic books, and academically smart, and she seems to have a good relationship with her parents. She skates to school, she's quite charismatic. I'm really not used to seeing happy and well-adjusted teens. Anyway, on her way to school, the tattoo shop owner, Dee, seems to be watching her from a distance. In class, she gets a message about something that's happening outside, and it has to do with Superman. You see, Naomi runs some kind of Superman fan site to show her appreciation of the comics, and she wants to know who is behind the stunt. So I guess Superman doesn't actually exist in this world because everybody assumes that it's just a stunt. Anyway, she goes outside to investigate, but she passes out. And when she comes to, there's chaos in the town square. Whatever happened has already happened and she's missed it. Everyone is telling her that they saw this light in the sky and Superman fighting another guy. Later that evening, she goes into town and she notices that one or more of the cameras on Main Street are broken, possibly sabotaged. We also see another man maybe surveilling her from the shadows. We're going to find out that his name is Zumbado and he owns the local car dealership. Naomi wants to get to the bottom of the Superman stunt. Her ex Nathan, who she's still on good terms with, puts together the pieces of the footage that she's collected. He clearly still has feelings for her, but she broke up with him and seems to have eyes for purple hair girl. Anyway, they look through the footage and they see Superman, or someone who looks like him, fighting someone else, and there's a lot of damage to town property and chaos during this battle. In the footage, while everyone is chaotic, running around, they see someone they know, Dee, the owner of the local tattoo shop. He's just standing in the middle of the pandemonium, staring, as though he's not at all shocked by this. They go to see him at the local tattoo shop and he's surprised that Naomi wears glasses, and he also correctly guesses the exact day she was adopted. He brushes it off, saying that he knows this from social media. So Naomi asks Dee about the Superman thing, asking whether he had something to do with it, and to throw Naomi off the trail, Dee eventually says that he planned the fight on Main Street for publicity. He hired an actor with a jetpack because business has been slow and the publicity, having this big event in town, would get things moving again, I guess because people would be interested in the town and Main Street. Naomi later asks her parents if they know Dee. She tells them that he was surprised that she wears glasses, and how did he know that she was adopted? What else does Dee know about her, and could he possibly know about her birth parents? Her parents tell her that it's a small town and people talk. I can't really tell at this point if they're being shady or not, but I think they're hiding something. While Naomi's at a debate, she senses that something is off, and this affects her performance. She stumbles over her words and she eventually faints again. She suggests that it might be connected to the Superman thing because the symptoms and the weirdness started then, during that stunt. She also realizes that not only can she see without her glasses, she can see very well, better than your average human, and one of the military guys is holding a piece of paper that says Red River Forest on it. She goes there and finds a metal disc with what looks like ancient script on it. Just then Zumbado, the man who was surveilling her, finds her there. When he asks about her interest in Superman, she tells him that she feels connected to Superman because he was adopted too. He tells her that he wants the disc, and as he approaches her for it, she runs off and it looks like something magical is happening. The leaves around her seem to take on a life of their own. Zumbado tells her that she needs to learn to control her powers, that he learned not to be ashamed of what he was. He takes the disc and he tells her not to believe everything she thinks. Naomi suggests to her best friend Annabelle that they sneak into the dealership to find the disc. She gathers her friends, which includes her crush, her ex, and a couple of other friends, and they break and enter into the place that night. She finds a newspaper clipping in Zumbado's office of a UFO sighting on the 14th of March, the day of her adoption. Dee appears to be in this newspaper clipping as well. He was there. They also find a safe in the shop, but they have to run out before they can open it. At the end of the episode, Naomi goes back to Dee's tattoo shop and he says he'll try give her answers. She tells him about him being there when this happened before. She's referencing the newspaper clipping. She also tells him that something happened to her. She tells him about the disc, that she heard a buzzing and it made her dizzy and weak. Dee tells her it might have something to do with people like them. He tells her it's time then for the truth, and that's when he sprouts wings. Naomi finally asks the question, "Who am I?" and that was episode 1 of Naomi. If I didn't know that this was a CW show going in, I would have thought that it was an ABC family show. It's a little too on the wholesome side for me, so I don't know, I felt a little old for it, I guess. I mean, I'm mildly curious about what comes next, but I forgot about the show as soon as it was over, so I don't know if I'm going to continue with it. Or perhaps if I hear more positive reports, I'll give it another go. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.